What's up, you guys? Oh, man. See who shows up here. I gotta grab something real quick. Where is my Sharpie? I need a Sharpie. I swear I had a Sharpie out here somewhere. Got anybody in here yet? What's up? Mason and Donovan. Tyler Heatwool. What's up, you guys? How you guys doing? It has been a while, I'm sorry. But that's why we're doing this, because I have a lot of updates. So hang tight, I'm trying to find a Sharpie real quick. I swear I had one in here. Hey, sweetie. One sec, guys, I'll be right back. Yeah, I got it. I got it. What's up? Do we have anybody else in here? Mr. Banana's here. No way. What's up, dude? We got some more people coming in. Okay. I got the Sharpie and the pen that I need because I need to explain some things to you guys. Remember Haunted Mason? That's my old account. Yes, of course. Of course. As soon as I saw Mason, I knew who it was. Pen works. Pen works. Okay. Need to cut up some cardboard because we're gonna do a little arts and crafts. Not really, I just need to explain something to y'all. And the only way I could think of it is drawing it out on a piece of cardboard. Troy DeBoy. Hi there. Who's Troy DeBoy? That's a new name. Nobody be scared. It's just a regular old box cutter in my garage. Last time I checked, that was perfectly legal. Trying not to cut through my stool. Don't mind me. I promise this will make sense in a second. Almost lost the camera there. Okay. Cut this guy off. How's everybody doing? We got a couple faces in here. Hope you guys like the new backdrop. Good old American flag. We bounced backwards here a little bit. There we go. Tyler's doing good. Capybara Plays. That's a new name. I don't remember Capybara Plays. So please introduce yourself. Mason and Donovan are doing great. Why is it backwards? Capybara Plays. This, I don't know if you're new here, but the flag is up the correct way. But it's flipped. Every live stream you're gonna see tonight is flipped unless they pay for some expensive software. So, sorry about that. Okay. I hate this song. No offense if you like that song, but overplayed. Okay, everybody. I am so sorry. Life has been crazy. I bought a new house. I've since got a new job. Good thing, a good new job, but got a new job. This job should help me, and it already has in the last 3 weeks that I've had it, give me a little bit more time to get back to the YouTube grind. And we're going full bore back into the YouTube grind. I'm taking on a fairly decent sized project. I hope you guys like it, and that's what we're going to talk about today. That's why I have this piece of cardboard that we're going to draw on, because I'm going to tell you not only what we're going to do, but, hey, Wham, thank you. Welcome to the channel. I'll explain what we do here. So, my name is Mason. The channel is Mountain Life Ranch. It's all about my family's 1,000+ acre ranch in the mountains of Utah. Now, we hunt, we fish, we build stuff, we break stuff. And this is kind of where I think this channel is going to go. As you guys know, we camp a lot. We spend as much time as we possibly can up there. But there's really no dedicated camp spot to hang out. And the one spot that we've traditionally gone to in the past is pretty crowded, because if you've watched any of our videos in the past, you know we had to build gates, we had to put up fences because people were trespassing on it so much. And so we've always been hesitant to like build anything there that's permanent, because we're worried people are going to think it's theirs, think it's public, ruin it, shoot at it. You know, we're in the mountains. Pretty much every sign we put out gets shot. Every trail cam gets vandalized or moved or something strange. And so we need to build something where we can go hang out in the mountains that is not so close to, you know, all the people traffic. So in this live, I need your help. I don't know how many of you are architects or designers of any sort, but I'm building a cabin. This should be exciting, I hope, because I am stoked. I've already dug the foundation. This next video coming out will be all about me digging, choosing the spot, showing off the site, digging the holes. It's like the first video. So hopefully that's exciting. Mason and Adeline. Adeline, I see you there. I am so glad you're here. So I don't know if you guys like this kind of content. If you don't typically watch like a build series, then I need you to tell me how you want me to make it different. Something that you would like. Mason's in. Cleats RC, what's up, my man? So good to see you. Cleats RC is I would say confidently one of the top OGs as far as the earliest subscribers. So stoked to see you here. We're building a cabin in the mountains on the ranch. And so the reason I'm holding this blank piece of cardboard from my daughter's car seat box is I've built the exterior design. I have the whole design for the whole cabin. It's going to be a 12 by 24 cabin, but I don't know how to set it up on the inside. I don't know how to lay it out. So we're going to draw it up today, and I'm going to need your guys' help. Who's in? Raise your hand if you're in. I'm going to grab the markers and get this figured out. Here. Okay, I have my straight edge. I'm gonna pivot down. What's up, Hayden? Good to see you here, dude. Adeline's in. Tyler's in. How many square feet? Somebody pull up a calculator. 12 by 24. If I'm gonna guess, I'm pretty sure that's like 270 square feet, 260 square feet. I'm no math genius. Okay, let me pivot you guys down here so you can see my drawing. And we'll start. I gotta make sure my phone's charging or it will die. Wham, I love your idea of adding barbed wire. It's a great idea. The only problem is it's a lot of money to put up full fencing with barbed wire. So that's probably why we're not gonna do it that way, but I appreciate the idea. Okay, tell me when you guys can see this. Should be just, oh, baby. Okay, I'm gonna try to read while I draw. I'll lower you down a little bit more. Hope I'm not making you guys too sick. Okay, rock and roll. Do we like this? We like this. Okay. So, you guys like these new Tacovas? I got some new Tacovas. Well, not fully, but it's active areas, 1,000+ acres, massive. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, we can't barbed wire the whole thing, but to barbed wire the area that we would want to build would be a huge investment. So, and the reason I'm telling you this is because I found another spot that's way cooler. It's like in the dead center of our property that nobody can get to. Trespassers won't know it's there. Anyway, it's gonna be sick. So, is this an awkward angle or is this decent? I like that a little bit better, then you can see my face. Okay. I'm gonna try to make this as good as possible, okay? So, yeah, it should work. It's 12 by 24, so this is gonna be our 24 length. Just like that. Our 12-foot length. How do you guys like my nice epoxy floor that I did in here? It's pretty slick, huh? Okay. Okay, check that out. Can you guys see that pretty good? You should be able to. Okay. So, the cool thing about this project, I love a screen porch. A screened-in porch, however you want to call it, where you have pretty much all open air, but it's screened in so the bugs can't get in. Nice fan in there, whatever. I love it. So we're gonna do half of the cabin screened-in porch, half of the cabin walled in. So it makes it pretty easy to do that. Take our middle point here. Sorry you guys came to Mason's design class today. Hopefully this is how you want to spend your Saturday night. Love you guys. I'm going to draw this in as a pretty significant wall here because it's going to be like that. Guys, can you see that okay? Decent? Okay, there's a little bit of reflection, but it should work. So here's the deal. There's going to be, you know, your door here in the middle. Your entrance out here. So here's my issue. Here's my concern. Tough situation. You can't just call it to the police every time ravaging happens. Yeah, I know. That's a problem. That's the problem. So on this side, this is the framed in area, an insulated area. This is just a glorified porch, if you will, that has the screen on it. So I'm thinking a couple things. We need a, what's it called? We need a stove, not a stove, a wood, what do you call them? A wood burning stove, a wood burning heater. I'm thinking this roll of tape is going to be the wood burning stove. I'm thinking this back wall is going to be like kitchen area. Now we're not going to plumb it in. It's going to be off grid. This cabin's going to be fully off grid mostly. So I'm thinking we do, yeah, not a fireplace. It's like one of those wood burning, whatever you call it. It's like a metal drum. It has the, you know, pipe that goes out of it and everything. I'm thinking we put that here. I'm thinking we do like some sort of chair. I like this. We're going to use this paper. Some sort of chair here. I'm thinking we do some sort of couch here. Maybe not that big, maybe just 2 squares like this. And this couch is going to be like one that can be turned into a bed. And then I'm thinking our kitchen section back here. Thoughts? And then I'm thinking in this front area we do another couch, another chair, a table. I need a table somewhere. Yeah, so this, I'll just mark this part because this is pretty much going to be set in stone. I'm not really negotiating on this part. This is going to be our kitchen area. These cabinets might bump out a little bit more like this. And then this will be like a sink. And then over here we can maybe put like a Coleman stove if we need. Something like that. Now, possibility would be that up here, if you're thinking second floor, it's not going to have a very huge pitch to the roof, but there's a possibility we could build a loft area right here and put a bed on it. That'd be cool. Adeline, thank you. Good luck at church tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in. You're the best. See you on the next one. Make sure you have good pipes in because we forgot to empty the water out of our pipes and busted. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think the sink is mainly going to be like one of those off-grid sinks where it just, you know, it just goes into like a waste bucket and then you just toss it outside. So I don't think it would make sense to put the fireplace, wood burning stove, whatever, right here. Because then it blocks off the cabinet. It wouldn't really make sense right in the middle. I feel like it's got to be this corner or this corner. I don't know. What do you guys think? Any thoughts on the wood? Why am I drawing such a blank? Hold on. Let me look it up. Yeah, it's a wood stove. Why am I being an idiot? Something like this. See what I mean? Something you can cook on top of. It's just a vibe. I feel like your cabin has to have something like this. And that's kind of like what I think it has to have. So, okay, now that I gave you guys the visuals, I'm gonna hold it and we're gonna figure this out. Because I can't kneel anymore, I'm gonna pass out. Okay, what do you guys think? It would probably be better by the kitchen, okay. Like a barbecue pit. Yeah, see, this part's gonna be enclosed, which means I'm probably gonna want this to like capture some heat and be able to warm the cabin for the most part. But I see what you're saying. These like, you can put little fans on them. They're called conduction fans and they like push the warm air around, which is kind of cool. But I'm thinking, I'm worried that if I put it over here, it blocks off the cabinets and I kind of might need this whole wall full of cabinet areas. And then like over here, maybe we do a table with some chairs. Maybe I build a bench against the wall. That could work. Maybe I build a bench against the wall that's permanent with storage underneath it, like drawers. And then we do some sort of table that can be, it'd be cool if it could be folded up somehow. So both these spots will be 12 by 12. So 12 foot by 12 foot, 12 foot by 12 foot. So it's technically, I mean, you're talking like a tiny cabin. Like this is small. But that's the point. First off, I don't have the money for a friggin' monster cabin. Second of all, it's off grid. And it's technically the size of like a shed, right? Use the furnace as an insulator with the fans you just mentioned while having a metal pipe going outside the building through the wall. Yeah, so there's a wall. I could do it through the wall or I could also go straight up through the ceiling. So if I end up deciding to do a loft with a bed on top, then I would have to put it over here because the pipe goes up and through the ceiling. So for us, we used a long table branch that has 2 seats built in, and the cabinets were still accessible on the right. Table bench. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, see, that could be good. Building like almost like a nook, like a fixed table with like pull out cabinets or something. Or I could do, or I could do a bench here on this wall with the window above it, right? And then do a table that folds up against this wall and stows away. That could be fun. That could be good. Because here's my thought. This isn't going to sleep a ton of people. But the goal is for this to turn into a place where we can host. So when we do giveaways and cool stuff like that, this is around the corner from the shooting range we're building. It's down the hill from all the other cool stuff that we're coming up with, the archery range, the pistol range. And so this will be a great spot to have a place where it's in a large enough area that a lot of people could come and camp. A few sleep in the cabin, the rest sleep in tents around the cabin. There's also a river, a creek that runs right in front of it, which is gorgeous. We're gonna do a bridge over the creek and then this huge fireplace area that can have a ton of people, so we can host activities there. We could, do whatever. It's gonna be, guys, like when I tell you, Is this for private shooting or is this whole ranch going to be a business? Great question. Right now, private, by invitation only. But being a subscriber is half the invitation. I don't really see how this could be feasible to like turn into an Airbnb, because literally the trail to get there, you need a side-by-side or a Jeep, or you can't get a full-size truck in here, which is part of the appeal, right? You guys should be happy, because the first cabin site that I was gonna do, which I'll explain in this next video that I'm editing right now, was gonna be like a mile hike after you drive in a Jeep or a side-by-side. And if you hike it, it's like 2.5 miles up and down a pretty steep hill. So this is good. If you're actually interested, this is much more accessible. I literally am staring at a pile of pressure treated lumber right there, a bunch of 12-footers. That's pretty much enough lumber for half of this cabin. So this is real, guys. I've dug 7 holes in the mountains by myself, at all hours of the hot day to start this project. So this is real. But Wham, great question. This is going to be something that for now is just part of the channel, friends and family. But if I'm sure, like, I would love to host a big Mountain Life Ranch event, or do some sort of giveaway where you guys come out and spend the weekend, and we shoot guns and hang out at the cabin and do whatever the heck you want to do. Because honestly, that's what this channel's about, is we have 1,000+ acres where we can do whatever we want. So that tanning is gonna make you native. I need it. I am whiter than a ghost, so I need all the sun I can get, and that's exactly what I've been telling my wife that I've been out doing, is I'm gonna go tan, and then I go in the mountains and just dig holes by myself, like a crazy person. So you will see in this next video how crazy I get when I'm out there for 6 hours all by myself, just literally listening to the elk and the cows make noises. So that's the fun of it. Okay, awesome. So I like these ideas. Same here, man. I'm Spanish. I'm white as snow with black pitch hair. That's hilarious, man. Love it. Awesome, Wham. Hope you've subscribed at this point. We'd love to have you. I mean, is this a giveaway thing that you guys would like to do? Is this something that sounds fun? You know, we get you guys out here, we shoot guns, we blow up tannerite, we camp, we just have a good weekend. Does that sound like something that you guys would enjoy as far as a giveaway goes? So for the table, you could do it on the top left against the wall. This side or this side? My left. This is my left hand. For guys, for those new joining, help me design my cabin. I'm trying to figure out my layout. This is the cabinet area and the kitchen area. This is the heated, insulated area, and this is the screen porch, which we'll get to in a minute. So we're thinking table. Mason, are you saying table over here or over here? Because remember, we have an optional wood stove. Let me throw some of this tape where our wood stove is gonna go, because then we can remove it. I like this. I like this. Right for you. Okay. So I'm gonna, because of the size of the cabin, okay, this is a temporary marker of our wood stove. I drew a little fire on it. Oh, you can't even tell. Gosh dang it. Okay, whatever. Okay, so this is our wood stove. So you're thinking table here. That could work. I could do a small window here, and then below the table. Yeah, that could work. I mean, again, I could do a bigger table out here because I'm gonna have out here in the. I just totally gave myself a paper cut. Out here in the screen porch that can host more people, and then do a smaller table in here. Like we're talking like a little corner 3-seater or 2. Like we don't need it to be massive. But look at me, just the stupid country boy trying to interior design this place. Yeah, I feel like it was a good way to launch this project. So for the table, yeah, right for you. Yeah, that would look good. Okay, I like this for now. Just do just a small table inside, and then maybe outside we do like a full-size picnic table or something. There's our table for now. I'm gonna draw a little dotted line for our potential loft area. If I build a loft and throw a freaking picnic table was the name I couldn't think of when I said table bench. Gotcha. Yeah, picnic table. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe that would be a better fit out here. And obviously, like I can build this, we can move everything. So that way it's just like we can shuffle things around. Nothing has to be permanent. Like my goal is to make the 12 by 24 not feel so cramped that it feels claustrophobic. Because I don't like that sort of thing. As I'm literally thinking about putting a loft that's barely big enough to fit a queen size bed. But anyway, thing is, if I did, how wide is a queen? Queen's got to be like 60 inches wide, which is, yeah. Unfortunate, I have to go. I'll keep the update on the progress. I do know an architect if you need some help. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, Wham. Thanks for tuning in. You're the man. Hope you subscribed and hope you are here next time when hopefully I have service and can live stream us actually up on the mountain building this. So, awesome. Hayden said, how's the house going? The house is at a good spot right now. We finished a bathroom, completely remodeled the bathroom, so that's cool. But it's full of projects, so there's always things to do. But this one is my current excitement. My excitement's building a cabin. Now, here's the next task that I need your guys' help with. We'll sidetrack. We'll get rid of this for a second. I need to figure out what to call this campsite. Do we call it the fort? Do we call it Lost Creek? What do we call it? I'm imagining right now yeah, Mason, that's a great idea. Just a double or a double twin, a full. Is that what they call it? A full. Yes, I like that idea. Maybe not do a full queen size bed because that's a lot. But yes, I like that idea. So this area that let me tell you a little backstory. This area that I have chosen, and I'm taking full credit because I really did say, hey, Dad, I'm building something here. And he said, okay. But the reason I was thinking Lost Creek is because this area of our ranch, there's a fence that was incorrectly placed. It was put in the wrong spot. And because it's in the wrong spot, it follows like a creek bed, but our property actually goes up the hill on the other side of the creek bed. This fence blocked out 40 acres, roughly 40 acres that should be ours included in our fence line, but they fenced it in incorrectly. This is like before I was born, before my dad was old enough. We're talking like way back when my grandpa, was originally figuring this out. So even my great-great-grandpa. So I thought about calling it like Lost Creek because it's like the cool creek bed, but I don't know. I'd love some ideas on this one. because I'm picturing like right now, there's like just a little barbed wire, little fence gate that we go through, but I'm picturing we put some posts, we put a big, sign up so that you can drive in, and it would be very cool. It'd be totally this, I like Hideaway actually. I like the Hideaway, but I feel like I want to throw around a couple more ideas. The Hideaway is actually really good. It's in a creek called Smith Creek. And if I'm talking with my dad and my family that's from this area, I'd call it Smith Creek. I thought about the fort because I'm just a slightly older child that just wants to build a fort. And I definitely feel like a child when I'm in the mountains by myself just digging holes to start this project. But you know what I'm getting at. So, I don't know. I like the Hideaway. I'm going to write that down. The Hideaway. Idea number 1. The Hideaway. Lost Creek. See, I think... Is there a lot of deer elk there? Yeah, that's the second purpose of this cabin is a hunting cabin for elk and turkey and deer. Cool thing about this year is we've actually had 3 people, including somebody this morning, that shot an elk on the ranch, which is amazing for us. The numbers are great. Our odds are going up on people that get tags that are, getting something down, which is awesome, which means there was 4 tags that went out this year, 2 people. And the 4th tag holder is me, and I haven't shot one yet. So I'm the only one that hasn't killed one out of the 4 people that got tags. So I need to get on it. But I'll tell you what, it's really hard to make a hunting video when you have a hard time killing anything. People don't really like to see a hunting video where you don't actually end up being successful. So that's the main reason why I haven't posted any hunting videos. In fact, I have about 12 filmed, except for the part that everybody watches them for, which is the actual getting an animal. So there's a reason why I haven't posted a hunting video yet, and it's because I suck. So, what about Elk Trail? Okay, I like that. So we have the Hideaway, we have Lost Creek. We have Elk Trail. Post some, see how they do. See, Tyler, that's not a bad idea. I've thought about it. But I watched the other day another guy who posted a hunting video who unfortunately has my similar luck and didn't get anything. And I read the comment section. Not that I care, but I read the comment section and it's pretty brutal. Everyone's like, well, you didn't even get anything. And then I went back and actually like 3 weeks later looked at the views and it was like pretty bad. And it was a very well made video. And so I was thinking, well, maybe I should hold off on that. So we'll see. We'll see. But here's my other thought. I have them all filmed. They're all on my hard drive. If I end up getting a coyote, which I have shot some coyotes since then, but I unfortunately wasn't filming. But if I end up getting a coyote, a deer, or an elk, or a turkey, which is all the things I've hunted for that haven't got on film, I will then loop those videos together and say, last year, this is what happened. Didn't get anything. This year it shows the character arc, if you will. So it's all a work in progress, but that's one of the frustrating things about a hunting video is not all the time does it come full circle and build a full story. So that's one of the reasons why I'm freaking excited about this is because there's a process that I have to follow to build this. And as I go along, there'll be episode 1, foundation, episode 2, roof. I'll explain why it's going to go foundation and roof. And then episode 2, floor, episode 3, walls. Obviously, I'll come up with something much more creative, but that's how it's going to go. And then I'm gonna end up building all the cooler things there. We're probably gonna do like an axe throwing little target thing. You know, probably do some archery targets right there in the area. Then I'm gonna be building a bridge over to our really cool fire pit area. The fire pit area is gonna be freaking cool. Right underneath these gorgeous, massive not pines, cottonwoods. It's gonna be sick. Okay, elk trail. That's the other one. Elk trail. Got that. It's okay, I didn't get drawn for cow, but somehow my dad got drawn for bull. Yeah, it's a bummer. Somebody just shot a spike bull archery, which is, you know, hard to do on our property because there's zero big trees. So that's amazing. Mason, can't get an elk camp. That should be the name. Can't get an elk camp. Can't get an elk camp. No elk camp. Mason can't get an elk camp is a little long to fit on the sign, but I love the idea. Dude, Hayden, you got a buck this year? Incredible. Bow hunting's flipping hard. So good for you, man. I'm happy for you. I gotta grab a drink. Hold on. Okay. What's next? I got a buck with my bow this year. Hayden, I almost just put that. Did I just mark myself? No. Almost put that end of the Sharpie right in my mouth. Okay, the hideaway, Lost Creek, elk trail, no elk camp. I like that. What else? What would be cool? The hideaway. I'm kind of liking the hideaway, actually. I'm kind of liking the hideaway. What about Hidden Creek? That's kind of long. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. My season hasn't started for whitetail. When does your season start? You like that one? Hidden Creek? Let's try it. The camp. Stay away. Stow away. Stow away. Stow away. Hide away. Stow away. We'll write it down. I'm trying to think if there's anything like specific to this area that's cool. The Hollow, maybe? The Hollow. I'm excited to show you guys this. I really wish you guys could come help me. Because I'm pretty much building this by myself. Stow away. Stow away. The Hollow. I'm writing that down. What about Mountain Life Fort? That's cheesy. Mountain Life. Cedar Hollow. See, I would do Cedar Hollow, but I don't feel like there's any cedars, but we could do... there's a lot of cottonwoods. There's a lot of there's a lot of hawthorns. There's also a lot of oak. Scrub oak. We could do oak hollow. I live a little too far away. Yeah, you do. Yo, that dog Riley's here. What's up, my man? Yeah, heck yeah, I remember you, of course. We are coming up with names for our future backwoods cabin that we're building. This is the layout. If you have a very creative mind, this is a 12 by 24 cabin. This area is the kitchen, the wood stove, the table, probably a chair over here. This is the screen porch. And this is all going to be something we're going to build. So, scrub hollow. I kind of like that. I kind of like scrub hollow. I like Hawthorne Valley. Something cool. Sounds rugged. This is also going to be kind of a spot next to, it's like a hunting camp next to also our gun range. So what if it was like spent brass cabin? I don't know. Hollow Point. Hollow. No, it doesn't work. The ballistic shed. The man cave. That's freaking so freaking overused. Shooter shed. Gambler's Hideaway. That's a creative one. I like that one. Gambler's Hideaway. It's kind of in a canyon. It's kind of in a canyon as well. I would say, I mean, it's pretty steep getting down in there. That dog Riley, do you got any ideas, man? For an off-grid cabin that's 12 foot by 24 foot that we need a name. Buckshot. Dude, Mason's on fire. Oh, come on, that Riley. Come on, dude. Not really. Okay, then if you can't think of any names, what should we put? I'm thinking about putting in a cool like fire pit area outside of it. Probably an axe throwing place. Is there anything else I'm missing that we should put next, like in the same area around it? The shooting range is going to be kind of around the knoll and kind of one of the other valleys. And then the long range, the long distance range is actually going to be up on top of the hill shooting across the valley. Oh, gosh. You know how when you go out and elk hunt, you put up like a spike camp? They call it a spike camp because it's like literally just like for the couple days. What if we called it spike elk camp? Or some sort of camp. We haven't done, except for no elk camp, we haven't done really any other camps. And this is definitely a camp. Kyle Vickerman. Dude, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry. To give you guys a little background for those that weren't here right away. Mason was here right away, so I explained it already. Life's been insane. Got a new job. Bought a house. It's been crazy. But we're coming in full force back into YouTube. This new job should give me some more time, which is great. Also, my daughter's 2 years old now, so she's on the go like crazy. So I'm not trying to make excuses. I've just been trying. I've also been editing. I have 2 videos filmed that I just need to edit and put out. This project that doesn't make any sense right here is our cabin. we're building it. I'm gonna post a mock-up on my channel later so you guys can see. But this is gonna be a very awesome build and a really fun time, I think. Hopefully you guys like it. I'm gonna do it in my own kind of flair, my own kind of way. But I want you guys to help me not go astray, because what I'm not gonna do is let this turn into like a boring build channel. Now, no offense to build channels, people like them, but I want this to be fun, and I want it to be exciting, and I want it to be less building and more like shenanigans, the fun behind it, the good times. I've always wanted something like this, and this is gonna be built in, dude, a dartboard. We have to put a dartboard in there. Dartboard camp, dartboard rant, no. Dartboard, camp dartboard, camp bullseye. Tyler, are you saying you agree to like not making this just a build channel? Because that's not what I want to do. I want this to be fun. I want it to be stupid and goofy. I want it to be like you're showing up and like I paid you in pizza and, you know, whatever your favorite drink is, and we build together. I wish I had enough room to put a pool table in here, because that would be gangster. But I don't think I have enough room, unfortunately. I mean, I will be putting in some interesting things. My like engineering mind might kind of go a little bit crazy with some things. But I'm mainly catering this towards, I really want a cabin, to be honest. I'm not building it with expensive materials. I bought a dismantled deck I'm pointing to, it's underneath my Jeep. I bought a dismantled deck for a 12 by 12 deck that somebody had for 3 months put up, and they sold me the whole thing for $300, $250. All the lumber, all the footings, all the Simpson ties, everything, to pretty much put a full deck together, which is half of the building, right? It's 12 by 12. So I'm just waiting to buy the other half. But anyway, what I'm saying is this is happening, and I need you guys to hold me accountable. The biggest task right now at hand is getting this done before winter. Luckily, the last few years, winters have been starting pretty late. So I should be able to build into November, which is crazy that I'm even saying that, but I should be able to build into November. I have roofing already, because my grandma has a flip ton of tin roofing that I'm gonna slap up there. I have all the money ready to go, ready to buy the footings and the cement and everything I need. I have help lined up. So this is gonna be a push to get done before, not to get fully done, but to get a roof over it and make sure it's, you know, sturdy enough so that it will last the winter. And then I can probably, hopefully, who knows? God forbid anything comes up, but that's what we're gonna push for, and it's gonna make for an exciting couple of videos. So, Camp Stowaway, because it's stowed away for a long time. Turner's Retreat. Hayden knows my last name. Good for you, man. He remembered it. If you name it Camp Bullseye, maybe you can get an elk. Camp Gut Shot, maybe. That'd be hilarious. I've never gut shot anything, by the way. I just thought it was funny. Gosh. Coyote Camp. I don't know. Keep thinking on it, guys. I'm going to post a mock-up photo of like what I've designed and what ChatGPT has helped me put together, make it look pretty. And then you guys go ahead and comment some names so we can, you know, get a little bit of. I've written a lot of them down, but I'm saying if you come up with any other ones here in the next few days. Okay, you guys, I'm editing this video. This first one that's gonna come out is gonna explain why I chose this spot. It's also gonna explain why I moved from my old spot to this spot. It's kind of a fun story, and I put a lot of effort into filming it before I switched spots. But literally a tree fell down into the spot that I was gonna put it, and I was like, dang, that would be a really bad way for me to lose a cabin, all my hard work, if I built something and then one of the big trees fell on top of it. So I moved spots, and I was really bummed until I found this one. And when I found this spot, I was like, flip, this is gonna be cool. So I'm gonna explain that in my video. You should still watch it because there's a lot of other things I'm not gonna explain right now. But I'm editing it. I have a family trip next week, but I'm gonna try to go get maybe one more day of filming in before then on like an evening, and then hopefully have it posted in the next week or so. And then after that, I will be on to the second video, which will hopefully be getting walls up, which will be fun. So, none of you ever answered, which I need you to answer this. Would this be something you would like for a giveaway? If we did some sort of giveaway, or I don't know what you call it, some sort of prize, or we just spun a wheel with everyone's name on it, and then if you win, you can come out for a weekend and we treat you to a fantastic gunpowder filled weekend where I'll cook for you. I got a new Blackstone. I'll make plenty of burgers, plenty of elk, steaks, whatever you want. We shoot guns all day. I'll take the days off, whatever you want. Does that sound like a good time? That dog Riley says yes. Hayden, what do you think? Tyler, what do you think? Mason, what do you think? Hayden says that would be cool. Okay. Maybe we could even do it during turkey season and then get you guys a turkey tag and we could hunt turkey. That'd be fun. Or we could paintball in the woods. Here's a secret, because there's only 8 of you here. I'm thinking about buying a piece of crap car that we can just thrash on. Like $500, something just garbage we can find, and just absolutely thrash on it. Kyle says, I'm not a hunter, so there's that. Do you like to shoot guns, though? Do you like to blow things up? Because that would be fun. That would be part of it. That'd be part of like the whole giveaway thing. Also, if I end up buying this piece of crap car or golf cart or whatever, the idea would be to do a whole video of us just absolutely thrashing it on all the roads, in the mountains, end up sending it off to the high heavens with 20 pounds of tannerite and shooting it with something awesome. Tyler's got some great tannerite stories. Kyle's in. You don't have to be a hunter to come out. Like, imagine like campfire every night. Guys, I've drawn all over my hand. Didn't realize that until just now. Campfire every night, steaks and burgers for, your all meals. Guns all weekend long. Dirt bikes, whatever you want. We can ride this thing. Whatever you want to do. I'll buy some paintball guns and we'll go have a paintball war in the woods. Like, I don't know. I think this channel is gonna, I want to solidify it a little bit and have like the work hard, play hard be kind of the slogan. And these things is gonna be the work hard, this project, and the play hard is gonna be like buying crappy cars and shooting out of them and rolling them down hills and whatever the heck. Like, I don't know. Stuff like that. Age limits, I think, I mean, heck, if you're under 18, we'll invite your dad. If you don't talk to your dad, we'll invite your uncle. We'll invite somebody with you so that you can come out. We'll figure it out. Parents work 24/7. Guys, we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. If not, we'll wait a year, wait 2 years, however long we need to until you're 18, and then you can come out. And by then we'll have more stuff, and it'll be cooler. Anyway, that's where my mind's at. We're building this cabin. It's gonna be super cool. And you guys are gonna help me design it and help me build it in a certain way. So I need you guys to keep the hype and also keep me accountable, because I need to build this thing. I've been daydreaming about this for years. So it's time to make it a reality. What are we waiting for? What was the other thing I was gonna say? Yeah, so as far as the channel goes, I'm really thinking to just say, like, work hard, play hard. At the end of the day, like, we're country boys, and we have, even if we didn't have the property, what would we be doing? And so, like, let's just take advantage of the property, and let's just go nuts and just be country boys at heart. And just, if this turns into a crazy Danny Duncan style, just whistling diesel, blow things up all day long, I will never have their money, but I mean, you never know. And maybe that's what this channel turns into. What does Clea think? What does my wife think? Great question. Actually, this cabin, she's stoked on it. Here's why. She doesn't like camping because she thinks that you're just a burrito for a bear, which is hilarious because there's no bears on the ranch except for the one we saw a year ago. There was like a black bear, small black bear that was briefly on one camera. But she is terrified of camping, and the only place I've ever got her to go camping is right around the corner from where this cabin is going. And the only reason she liked it was there was a full rainstorm that made it so it was too loud where you couldn't hear any of the noises at night. And that's why she liked it. So the goal is build this. It's going to feel way safer for her. It's going to be a place we can go hang out. And so that's one of the big reasons. And my daughter, get this, my daughter's 2. And the other day she comes up to me out of the blue and says, "Dada, can I go hunting with you?" And I was like, instantly melted from the inside. Like, this is crazy. My 2-year-old daughter wants to go hunting with me. She doesn't even understand. And I was like, "Sure, baby." And then she goes, "Can I go camping with you?" Like, how do I say no to that? Of course. So that's one of the reasons this is being built. My uncle, thumbs up. My aunt, thumbs up. My grandma, thumbs up. My dad, thumbs up. We're building it. My hope is that at some point, some of those people come along and say, "Hey, can I come help you?" Because that would be really nice. Because at this point, this is solo mio. This is all me and nobody else. So, Hayden, yes, I am just as excited about it as you are. So anyway, that's the goal here. I hope you guys are excited. That's where the channel is going. I want to make crazy fun videos. I want it to be like you're hanging out with us boys or me, whoever's in front of the camera, in the mountains, living the dream. So, how far away from my house will it be? That's a fantastic question. I timed it the other day. From my front door in the Jeep all the way up there to the spot was 37 minutes. So, not that bad. Not that bad at all. But the cool thing about this spot too is it feels way more remote than anywhere else on the ranch because it's in such a deep canyon, and there's like this perfect clearing right at the bottom of this canyon. Like you can't hear, you're way far from the freeway, quite a few miles from the freeway. The only noise you hear that's like outside world is the occasional airplane. That's because you're higher elevation and the planes just happen to fly right over. So can't really change that. But it's got a killer view. It's, like I said, it's going to be right around the corner from our shooting range, which is amazing. I don't know, guys. I'm freaking stoked about it. I hope you can see that. I'm so excited. Any of you have ideas of things we should put around it? I think we should do a horseshoe pit. Who plays horseshoes? Anybody play horseshoes? Horseshoes are fun. Play horseshoes. That'd be great. The creek that comes through there is probably one of the prettiest spots the creek is across our entire property. And we actually have 3 creeks that come through our property, 3 separate ones. And so this is one of my favorite spots, and it is we're gonna probably make a slight little dammed up area where there's like a pond you can swim in or whatever. I also want to do a wood-fired hot tub. That's been a dream of mine for a long time. Yeah, I think that'd be so fun. Kyle says, let's get it built. We'll all come out and build it out. That'd be great. Hayden, dude, thanks so much. Thanks for stopping by and saying what's up. Sorry it's been so long. I'm going to be doing more lives here on the evenings like I am now. Love you guys. You guys are the best. You're the ones that keep it going. Thanks, Hayden. Appreciate you. Yeah, horseshoes is fun. Riley, thanks for tuning in as well. Got school. No worries, my man. Thanks for tuning in. How big is the area around the cabin? It's a pretty large. I would say it's probably 60 yards. 50 to 60 yards long, following the river. The river kind of cuts all the way through it this way, and then it's probably 20 to 30 yards wide. So it's big enough. It's a good spot. I'll show you some in the video. You'll see kind of how big it is because I'm going to do a drone shot from straight down, so you'll be able to see kind of the size of it, and then all of that. Okay, guys. I gotta go to bed. So do you. Love you guys. If you have any more ideas of the names, throw it on the post I'm gonna slap up there with the mock-up photo. So y'all are the best. Love you. Peace.